the owners of these animals during today's show, and winners will be recognized. Publication of the American Jersey Cattle Association and National All Jersey. Class placings will be posted throughout the day on the U.S. Jersey website, the Jersey Journal Facebook page, and at usjerseyjournal.com as the show progresses. We also thank our media partners, Cosmopolitan and Dairy Agenda Today, for their excellent support and coverage of the Jersey shows here in Freedom Hall. And remember, if you have friends and family who couldn't be here in person, they can still join the excitement. Invite them to watch live streaming of the show on the North American International Livestock Exposition's website, www.livestockexpo.org. Simply select Freedom Hall West Wing to tune in to the All-American Jersey Heifer Show and follow along with the official show program posted on usjersey.com. Attention Guernsey show exhibitors. Judges have made their first lineup in our Guernsey Gold Futurity class. Your milking yearlings should be ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, your milking yearlings should be ringside. Our milk cow classes are not big today, this morning, for our Guernsey show, so we're going to need those animals heading promptly to the ring. Once again, Guernsey show exhibitors, we need your milking yearlings at ringside. And over in our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Mike Hittman has completed his placing in our Guernsey Gold Futurity class. We have a number of awards to announce, and we certainly like to always announce our Futurity classes from placings lower in the class up to our winner. So placing fourth in the class is entry number 3, Warwick Manor G. Hey Babe, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfust of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Placing third in the class is entry number 2, Alden's J.C. Penney Shimmer, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Waynesville, Ohio. Placing second in the class is entry number 5, Warwick Manor Adam Cleo, exhibited by Carly Horning of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Cleo wins another pile of awards to go with that. She's our high milk, high fat, and high protein award winner, production award winner. Thank you to the New York Guernsey Breeders Association for sponsoring our high protein award. She's also our high CPI cow. She wins the Betty Kessler Memorial Award, sponsored by Bay Meadow Farm. And winning the class is entry number 4. That is Warwick Manor Mitch Baby, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Congratulations to Colby. She's also named Best Udder of the Show. That award is sponsored by Guernsey Gold Sires, and she is also the Best Bred Known Award winner, and that is the Virgil Weaver Memorial Award, sponsored by Villacrest Farm. Our first Junior Exhibitor Award is Stylecrest Dairy, and the first place trophy that she takes home is the Ed and Shirley Wright Memorial Award, sponsored by Ralph and Martha Turley. We certainly appreciate their generosity, and also we'd like to thank Levon Farms for sponsoring the rosettes here in our class. So congratulations to Colby Stoltzfus and his winning Futurity cow, Warwick Manor Mitch Baby. Judge Hickman, your thoughts on our Futurity class to start the day?
Just 4 cows here in the Futurity. The cow we're starting with is just a month fresh, just going to get better with time. It's that rear udder, the height and width, the way she glides around the ring. Maybe tuck those front teats in just a touch if I was going to pick on her at all. But I really love this cow. She just needs a little more time to clean on up, and she's really going to be popping. Cow in second, been milking over a year. Love the style and balance and the way she moves on those feet and legs. It's the freeness of those feet and legs and strength and pasterns and correctness on the front legs that gets her over this big, powerful dairy cow coming out with a little touch better in the rear udder cow coming in third. And it is that rear udder and the cleanliness over the top and throughout that gets her over this cow that's just fresh, 3 weeks, coming out in fourth. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to our 2025 Guernsey Gold Futurity winner, Warwick Manor Mitch Baby, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Now we'll move into our Milking Yearling class here in our National Guernsey Show. It's a very good time to introduce our judges today. Mike Hickman is from Shelbyville, Tennessee. Mike, along with his daughter Michaela and his brother Randall, his family, and his mother, are the owners and operators of Hickman Valley Farms, currently home of about 25 elite Guernseys, Ayrshires, and Brown Swiss. The Hickman Valley Farm, along with family, friends, and other partners, have bred multiple All-American and Reserve All-Americans of the 3 breeds over the last several years. Most recently, Mike and his family were the proud breeders of Hickman Valley S. Blakely, who was named the first junior 2-year-old in both the Junior and Open Show, and then named Intermediate Champion and Grand Champion of the Junior Show, as well as Reserve Intermediate Champion of the 2023 International Guernsey Show at World Dairy Expo. Mike also works as a professional fitter as his time allows and enjoys working with junior exhibitors, helping them ready their animals for the shows. He also enjoys evaluating cattle and has judged shows at all levels, county, district, state, and national. He served as the associate judge at the 2018 International Guernsey Show and served as the associate judge of the Guernsey Show right here on the Green Shavings in Louisville. Assisting Mike today in the ring, Associate Judge Kirsty Mikshowski hails from West Salem, Wisconsin, and has been deeply involved in the industry her entire life. A graduate from the University of Wisconsin-River Falls, Kirsty was a member of the fourth place dairy judging team and a top 25 individual at World Dairy Expo, as well as a top 10 individual at NAILE. Kirsty has shown, exhibited, and fit animals from her home farm, Langhaven, Guernseys, for numerous years. The farm is most known for their N family, which has developed Guernseys on both sides of the pedigree, garnering numerous All-Americans and sending 20 bulls into AI, the most recent and popular addition being Langhaven London Torpedo. Kirsty spends her time giving back to the industry as the Wisconsin Guernsey Association president, as well as helping with farm operations with her parents, Don and Kathy, husband Austin, and the fourth generation of Langhaven, her 10-month-old daughter, Kennedy. So welcome to Mike and Kirsty here at the Green Shavings for our National Guernsey Show. Attention Guernsey Show exhibitors, Our milking yearlings are in the ring. We need your summer junior 2-year-olds to ringside. Guernsey Show exhibitors are judges making his first lineup. In our milking yearling class, we need our summer junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Attention Guernsey exhibitors, judges making his final lineup in our milking yearling class. Your summer junior 2-year-olds should be at ringside. Please have those junior 2-year-olds headed this way. Guernsey Show exhibitors, next in the ring it is our summer junior 2-year-old class. Please have your junior 2-year-olds headed toward the ring. And Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our milking yearling class in our National Guernsey Show. Second in the class is entry number 151, Cooley Crest Landon Shauna, exhibit by Colby Stoltzfus and Cooper Horning of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Winning the class is entry number 155, Spring Hill Gold Tatum, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our milking yearling class.
udder that gets her over. This beautiful, well-balanced cow coming out in third. Third over, fourth. Just a little tighter and snugger in that fore udder than the cow coming out in fourth. Also moving more freely on those front legs than the cow coming out in fourth. Cow in fourth, love the daringness. Just like to give her a little more strength up in that front end and tighten that fore udder, especially on the right side a touch more. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our Milking Yearling class and our National Guernsey Show, entry number 155. She's also our Best Udder winner in their class. Spring Hill Gold Tatum, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class, entry number 151, Cooley Crest Landon Shauna, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus and Cooper Horning of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Third in the class, entry number 152, Four Winds VG Miss Centerfold, exhibited by Valley Gem and Four Winds of Cumberland, Wisconsin. And fourth in the class, entry number 154, Ryan View Popeye Moonlight, exhibited by Cade Freed of Chenoa, Illinois. In the ring in our Guernsey show is our summer junior 2-year-old class. Jersey Show exhibitors. Our judges are made their first pull in our spring calf class. We need those winter calves to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your winter calves at ringside. Over in our Jersey Show, our spring calf class is sponsored by Mile High Genetics, Peter Vale, New York. We'd like to ask Peter or a representative of Mile High Genetics to come to the Jersey ring for class sponsorship presentation. As we turn our attention back to our Jersey show, appropriate time to introduce our judges there. Our judge for today's All-American Jersey Heifer Show is Ryan Crollo of Poynette, Wisconsin. While this marks his first time officiating in the Jersey ring at the All-American Jersey Shows, Ryan is a seasoned and highly sought-after dairy judge, both across the United States and internationally. In fact, in January, he will travel to Australia to serve as the official judge of the Jersey Show at the International Dairy Week. Ryan and his wife Haley reside in Poynette, Wisconsin with their 4 children, Callie, Conway, Cooper, and Case. Together they operate under the Hammer Time prefix on their 40-acre farmette, where they manage a small but elite string of 8 to 10 show heifers each year. Over the past 12 years, their focused breeding program has produced numerous All-American nominations, a testament to their eye for quality and commitment to excellence. In addition to their breeding program, Ryan is the founder of Hammer Time Auctions, a registered dairy cattle auction service that has already sold multiple All-American nominees in just its first 3 years. He also farms in partnership with his father-in-law at Melview Holsteins. Ryan brings over 2 decades of professional experience in the dairy industry. He spent 20 years as a professional dairy cattle fitter and the past 5 as a hoof trimmer, preparing 17 grand champions at World Dairy Expo and 10 grand champions at the Royal Winter Fair. His expertise has taken him around the globe, working with elite cattle in Canada, England, Germany, Italy, Sweden, Switzerland, and Mexico. His judging resume is equally impressive. Ryan served as the official judge of the 2024 International Jersey Show at World Dairy Expo, after previously serving as the associate judge for the 2022 International Jersey Show and the 2017 International Junior Holstein Show. He has judged at major events across the country, including the All-American Dairy Show, Midwest National Spring Holstein Show, and the Southern National Holstein and Jersey Spring Show, as well as numerous state, district, and county shows across the Midwest. Known for his sharp eye, professionalism, and lifelong passion for the dairy industry, Ryan Crollo continues to be a driving force in the show ring and beyond. Serving as associate judge for today's All-American Jersey Heifer Show is Madison Fisher of Frostburg, Maryland. Madison operates Big Guns Cattle Company alongside his father, Scott Fisher. Together, they have built a program recognized across North America for its excellence in breeding and exhibiting elite show cattle. Over the years, Big Guns Cattle Company has bred and sold more than 25 All-American nominations and shown champions at many of the nation's most prestigious venues, including World Dairy Expo, the North American International Livestock Exposition, the All-American Dairy Show, and New York Spring Show. Madison has also served as a judge at numerous local and state shows, earning respect for his keen eye and deep understanding of dairy cattle. This marks his first appearance on the green shavings for the All-American Jersey shows. Among his many accomplishments, Madison is perhaps best known as the breeder and exhibitor of Big Guns Jamaica Vanilla, Excellent 95, a name synonymous with Jersey breed excellence. Vanilla was the grand champion of the International Junior Jersey Show, reserve senior champion at the Royal Winter Fair, and has become quite the brood cow. Her legacy continues through her daughters, granddaughters, and great-granddaughters, many of whom have earned All-American and Reserve All-American honors in their own right. Let's please welcome our judges Ryan Crollo and Madison Fisher. Give these gentlemen a warm round of applause. Attention Jersey Show exhibitors. Judges have made their second lineup in our spring calf class. Those winter calves should be ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, your winter calves should be ringside. Guernsey Show exhibitors, judges made his first lineup in our summer junior 2-year-old class. Your junior 2-year-olds should be ringside. Once again, Guernsey exhibitors, your junior 2-year-olds should be at the ring. And over in our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our summer junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 160, Hartdale Latimer Clever, exhibited by Connor and Braden Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Winning the class is entry number 164, Lakeview Farm Drone Sunny, exhibited by Ellie, Gemma, and Leah Jenkins of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Congratulations. Mike, your thoughts on our summer junior 2-year-olds?
For me today, we got a pretty handy winner. Love the style, the balance, with the ease this cow moves around the ring. Walking on an exceptional set of feet and legs, both front and rear. That's even before you get to the mammary system. Love the mammary on this young cow. The height and width in the rear udder, the way the fore udder blends against the body wall, the size and shape of the teat. Following her with the biggest cow in the class. Also the second best udder in the class. It's that depth of body and that strength of front end and bloom to the top of the rear udder that gets her over this super dairy cow coming out in third. Cow in third, not quite as evenly balanced in the quarters as I'd like to see her to move her up in the class today, but an ultra dairy cow in her own right. Cow in fourth, just not carrying enough strength up over that top line and moving quite as freely on those rear legs to move up today.
Once again, congratulations to the winner of our summer junior 2-year-old class, entry number 164, Lakeview Farm Drone Sunny. She was also best udder in the class, exhibited by Ellie, Gemma, and Leah Jenkins of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 160, Hartdale Latimer Clever, exhibited by Connor and Braden Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Third, entry number 156, Misty Meadows RB High Society, exhibited by Beth Clark of New Paris, Pennsylvania. And fourth in the class, entry number 157, Spring Hill Java Aria, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Marengo, Ohio. Now in the ring in our National Guernsey Show is our junior 2-year-old class. We'll turn our attention to our All-American Jersey Show ring. Judge Crollo has completed his placing in our first class of the day, the spring heifer calves. Placing second in the class, the reserve All-American spring calf is entry number 38, Pride Rock Getaway to Paradise, exhibited by Kyle Austin and Sandy Baker of Staley, North Carolina. Congratulations. Our winner in the class is entry number 7. She's the All-American Spring Heifer Calf, H.C. Raider K-Rock Hannah, exhibited by Shelby and Reagan Raider and Ron Unkefer of Connet Lake, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Judge Crollo, your thoughts on our spring calf class?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to start the morning at the All-American. They call it the All-American for a reason. And what a class to start to today. It is true an honor and privileged for my first time on the green shavings out here for me and my co-pilot Madison over here to come and evaluate your cattle for you today. And what a way to start the day. And when this pair of calves on the top end come out on the play, what a pair. They sorted themselves to the top fairly handily for us today, and I think it is a close placing. But for me today, this calf at first, she's just on the money today. She's so clean, so crisp, so much angularity and explosion all the way through her midsection. And it is that spring to her barrel and the way she tracks out just a little more comfortably, a little more square and precise on those rear feet and legs today than this super balanced, correct dairy heifer that follows here in second. The heifer in second, not a hole in her. This heifer from part for part blends so nice all the way through her makeup today. And it is that advantage, especially the way she blends right up from that neck right into the shoulder today, than this really high-styled heifer that follows here in third. The heifer in third went out on parade. What a calf that just blows you away with her style and balance. But like I said, just want to change the way she blends right into that neck to move her into the first two spots today. She goes over the calf in fourth. When you get around the front of these pair of heifers, she's just so much square right on those front feet. Shows me a little more width of chest right down through that brisket today as well than another really silky, angular dairy heifer that follows here in fourth. The heifer in fourth over the heifer in fifth. Just the way she moves on that rear leg, particularly their left rear leg today, than this really balanced heifer that follows here in fifth. The heifer in fifth, really correct, not a hole in this heifer either. Just want to change the way she tracks right on that left rear leg to move her up today. But it is the way of the extension all the way up into that chine, all the way through her loin today to take her over the really silky calf that follows along here in sixth. Extremely, extremely wonderful class to start the day with an exceptional pair on the top end. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors in our spring heifer calf class. There were 41 spring calves exhibited. Thank you to Peter Vale of Mile High Genetics for being our class award sponsor. And winning the class, our All-American spring calf, entry number 7, HC Raider K-Rock Hannah. And an update to what I announced earlier on her ownership, she is owned and exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Second in the class, and our reserve All-American Spring Heifer Calf, she also wins the Bred and Owned Award, is Pride Rock Getaway to Paradise, exhibited by Kyle Austin and Sandy Baker of Staley, North Carolina. Third in the class, entry number 45, Mer James Joel Velvet, exhibited by Braxton Foote of St. Johnsville, New York. Fourth in the class, entry number 13, Lost Brook Colton Vanner, exhibited by Crestbrook, Lost Elm, and Lauren Maurer of Pittsboro, North Carolina. Fifth, entry number 54, Spades Gigawatt Spice, exhibited by Robbie and Michelle Shaw and Matt and Sarah Hawbaker of Fairplay, Maryland. Sixth in the class, entry number 23, Meadow Ridge Sting Emmy, exhibited by Mark Tanny and Kaden Reby and Aaliyah and Alexa Anderson of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Seventh in the class, entry number 15, MM Gentry Vixen, exhibited by Wyatt Sherm and Rodney and Kate Hetz of Tillamook, Oregon. Eighth in the class, to entry number 8, Locust Air Victorious Fancy, exhibited by Kelsey Zepp of Taneytown, Maryland. Ninth, to entry number 34, Freedom Lane K.R. Gabriella, exhibited by Gene Henderson and Caleb Cole Carter and Mason Cruzy of Dyersville, Iowa. And 10th in the class, entry number 25, Four Hills M. Boomerang JJ, exhibited by Megan and Sarah Hill and Abby Reen of Bristol, Vermont. Now in the ring in our All-American Jersey show is our winter calf class. If you turn your attention over to our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our junior 2-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 170, Spring Hill Vengeance Jostled, exhibited by Peyton Alexis Kristanovich of Fairfield, Pennsylvania. Winning the class is entry number 167, Warwick Manor Spartacus Sissy, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Judge Hickman, your thoughts on our junior 2-year-olds?
Kind of like our last class, we've got a pretty handy winner here. You love the style, the balance, the length of body, the length of the rump, the length of the head and neck, the way the rib cage flows down. Then you get to the mammary system. You love the height and width in the rear udder, the way the fore udder blends against the body wall. Walking on an exceptional set of feet and legs. Following her up with the cow in second. Second and third are really close placing for us. I'm going with the cow that I've got in second. She moves a little more freely on those rear feet than the cow in third. She's a little longer from end to end and a little stronger right in that front end. I will grant the cow in third. I love the mammary system on this cow, the height and width of the rear udder, the venation, the way the fore udder blends. But it's those rear feet that keeps her from going any higher in the class today. Third over fourth, it's that mammary system that keeps her up over this really long, tall dairy cow coming out in third. Cow in third, just like to see more bloom to the top of that rear udder to get her up any higher in the class. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our junior 2-year-old class in our National Guernsey Show, entry number 167. She's also best udder in the class, Warwick Manor Spartacus Sissy, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 170, Spring Hill Vengeance Jostled, exhibited by Peyton Kristanovich of Fairfield, Pennsylvania. Third, entry number 176, GR Dairyman MBC Car Cruise, exhibited by Clara Jean Baker of Scottdale, Pennsylvania. Fourth, entry number 172, Elmhurst Howacres Rep Tanya, exhibited by Hannah Hurst and Zach Johnson of Tunbridge, Vermont. And fifth in the class, entry number 169, K-Valley Kingston Lulu's Luna, exhibited by K-Valley Farms of Wacolma, Iowa. Now entering the ring in our National Guernsey Show is our senior 2-year-old class. And a reminder to our exhibitors showing animals in production classes, cow classes, they're subject to ultrasound testing and milk sample testing pursuant to Kentucky law. In order to maintain the integrity of honest exhibition and presentation of dairy animals, the NAILE will continue a testing program at this year's show. In all cow classes, the first and second place cows will be required to be tested. Additional animals may be randomly selected within class for testing. Our show officials will present testing cards during the lineup to the entries to be tested. Please take your cow and card to the examination area on the ramp at the back of the makeup area following your class. If she will be shown in a championship or group class, you may wait until after that class has been completed. However, you need to tell the ultrasound clerk that you will be coming back after those classes or taking photograph. All cows selected are to be examined before leaving the show ring and before they are milked out. Failure to follow these requirements will cause disqualification for all of the exhibitors' entries. Each breed association has a representative that will assist in escorting the cow and the showman to the examination area. In addition, each association has a designated person serving on the NAILE Ethics Committee to staff members. So if you get a green card, please be sure you pay a friendly visit to our ultrasound and testing clerk at the back of the ring. We'd also like to recognize some more ongoing Jersey awards and sponsors for throughout the show. The All-American Jersey Show and CMIX will once again be recognizing the cow or heifer with the highest genomic GJPI in her individual class with a plaque and cash award. The top individuals will then compete for the titles of GJPI Junior Champion Heifer and GJPI Grand Champion Cow. Thank you to CMEX for presenting a cash award to the recipients in each class. In the heifer show, each of the recipients will then compete for the GJPI Junior Champion honor and will receive the CMEX Elevate Trophy and banner along with a cash award. The same will happen in the cow classes tomorrow. We certainly want to acknowledge other special awards. The sash ribbons for the best animal bred and owned by exhibitor in all classes will be presented by Ratliff Jerseys of Garnett, Kansas. So we thank Ron and Christy Ratliff for their generosity there. And we again have a premier exhibitor and premier breeder of the heifer show for the All-American Jersey Show. The premier breeder of the heifer show will be presented with the MB Lucky Lady and Borba Trophy by the MB Lucky Lady Farms and Frank and Diane Borba of Escalon, California. Excuse me, they are presenting the premier exhibitor of the heifer show. The premier breeder of the heifer show trophy and banner will be sponsored by Spring Valley Jerseys of Westminster, Maryland. So we certainly thank Borbas, California, for their sponsorship of the Premier Exhibitor Award, and Spring Valley, Stiles and Heath for their generosity in the Premier Breeder Awards. Attention Guernsey exhibitors, our senior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We need your junior 3-year-olds to ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, we need your junior 3-year-olds to ringside. Tension Guernsey show exhibitors. Our judge is making his first lineup in our senior 2-year-old class. Your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Tension Guernsey show exhibitors. Our judge is making his final lineup in our senior 2-year-old class. Your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. And over in our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our senior 2-year-old class. Second in the class, entry number 188, Adams Creek Drone Charity, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubb's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. And winning the class is entry number 190, Spring Hill Tea Journey, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. Judge Hickman, your comments on our senior 2-year-old class.
What a pair of dairy cows we have to start this 3-year-old class. The cow we're starting with, she's got that massive rear udder, beautiful veination. Love the dairiness, the strength of front end of this cow, the width of chest, the strength of muscle. Maybe like to tuck her tail head, level those pins out just a touch. Then you get back to this ultra dairy cow. You change the foot and leg on this cow, and she gives the first cow all she wants. Love the mammary system on this cow as well. Also, the first 2 cows having 2 calves, that's what gets them over this beautiful, beautiful first cow coming out here in third. Love the front end, love the mammary system, the strength of front end of this cow and the way she glides around the ring. It's that strength of front end and levelness on the udder floor that gets her over this beautiful dairy cow coming out in fourth. Fourth over fifth, just harder over that top, smoother through that rump, carrying that mammary system more above the hocks than the cow coming out in fifth. Beautiful class of cows. Congratulations.
There were 11 senior 2-year-olds exhibited in our National Guernsey Show. Congratulations to our winner, entry number 190, Spring Hill Tea Journey. She's also best udder in the class, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm, Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class, entry number 188, Adams Creek Drone Charity, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubb's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Third, entry number 184, Turp Hill Drone Mitten, exhibited by Mackenzie Top and Olivia Dickey of Wapakoneta, Ohio. Fourth in the class, entry number 186, Golden Rays Built Blue, exhibited by Rachel Meacham of Chester, Massachusetts. Fifth in the class, entry 182, Nap Drone Tea Party, exhibited by Courtney Smithling of Stanley, New York. Sixth, entry 187, Hartdale Calvary Olivia, exhibited by Connor Braden Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Seventh, entry number 177, Pine Grove Vengeance Liz, exhibited by Reuben Miller of Baltimore, Ohio. Eighth, entry number 189, Hollow View WMF JDD Scott, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Ninth in the class, entry 181, CBVG Jack Don't Forgive Me, exhibited by Colton and Cade Huffman of Summershade, Kentucky. And 10th in the class, entry number 183, Spring Hill JCP Finley, exhibited by Lindy and Elise Mercer of Bryant, Indiana. Now in the ring is our junior 3-year-old class. Guernsey Show exhibitors, this is a much smaller class. We need to have your senior 3-year-olds at ringside. Guernsey exhibitors, your senior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Also a reminder to our All-American Jersey Show exhibitors, the rules of the All-American Jersey Show require that professional pictures of all class winners and all second place winners be sent directly to the Jersey Journal for use in the reporting of the event. If any questions about picture policy, please visit with Jersey Journal Managing Editor Tracy Hoying, ringside. Once again, a reminder to all of those winners and second place animals and exhibitors, we need those animals pictured for our use in reporting on our All-American Jersey Show. Attention Guernsey exhibitors, our judges made his first lineup in our junior 3-year-old class. Your senior 3-year-olds need to be at ringside. It's a small class. We need your senior 3-year-olds at ringside. And if you turn your attention to our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our junior 3-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 193, Alden's J.C. Penny Shimmer, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Marengo, Ohio. Winning the class and named Best Udder is entry number 195, Village View Latimer Alexa, exhibited by Jason May and David Hennessy in Berlin, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our junior 3-year-olds.
Just 3 cows in this junior 3-year-old class today. The cow we're starting with today, she's a little tick higher and wider at the top of that rear udder. Touch more level on the udder floor than the really dairy cow coming out here in a second. Also, walking out on a more correct set of feet and legs, particularly the pasterns, gives her an advantage over this nice dairy cow coming out in second. Second over third, more height than width at the top of the rear udder. Also more level over the udder floor. Beautiful dairies, well-balanced cow coming out here in third, just not quite level enough on the udder floor and correcting those front teats to go up any higher today.
Congratulations to the winner of our junior 3-year-old class in our National Guernsey Show, entry number 1985. She was also best udder in the class, Village View Latimer Alexa, exhibit by Jason May and David Hennessy of Berlin, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 193, Alden's J.C. Penny Shimmer, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Marengo, Ohio. Third in the class, entry number 194, TN Arrowhead Reputation Adley, exhibited by Marley Hipsher of Rutledge, Tennessee. Now entering the ring is our senior 3-year-old class. Guernsey exhibitors. Next will be our selection of intermediate champion. We'll need all those cows back to the ring that were first or second in our young cow classes this morning. Once again, following in our senior 3-year-old class, Guernsey exhibitors will need those cows competing for intermediate champion. Jersey Show exhibitors, judges making his first lineup in our winter calf class. We need those fall calves to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your fall heifer calves at ringside. Attention Jersey Show exhibitors. Judges made a second lineup in our winter calf class. Your fall calves should be at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, your fall calves should be at ringside. Guernsey Show exhibitors, judges finalizing his lineup in our senior 3-year-old class. Those cows competing for intermediate champion should also be at the ring. Guernsey Show exhibitors, if you had a cow that was first or second this morning, she should be at the ring. Over in our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our senior 3-year-old class. Second in the class is entry number 202, Snyder's Michelangelo Justine, exhibited by Prairie Cream and Valley Gem of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Judge Hickman, your thoughts on our senior 3-year-olds?
What an outstanding group of 3-year-old cows. The cow we're starting with is the third lactation cow. That's one of the reasons it gets her to the top. That and the height and width of this rear udder and the way she moves around the ring. She just glides, moves on a super correct set of feet and legs. It's that and the width of chest that gets her over this beautiful, well-balanced cow. It's ultra dairy cow coming out here in second. Second over third, really close placing for us. I'm giving the cow in second the nod. She's just a touch wider in the rear udder, not as quite as high as the cow coming out in third, but a touch wider throughout, and also giving her advantage in size and shape of the teats, in particular the front teats. Third over fourth, love the dairiness of this cow coming out in third. Love the length of body, the style, the balance. Just not enough of that rear udder, the width and the size and shape of those teats to get her up over the cow in second. Third over fourth, It's the length of body, the height and width of the rear udder at the top, and the strength of front end that gets her over the beautiful uddered cow coming out here in fourth. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to the winner of our senior 3-year-old cow class. Also, best udder, entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 202, Snyder's Michelangelo Justine, exhibited by Prairie Cream and Valley Gem. Third in the class, entry number 201, Millbridge J.C. Penney Sassafras, exhibited by Sarah Foreman of Meridian, New Hampshire. Fourth in the class, entry number 200, Rocky Hill Legit Reputation, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Marengo, Ohio. Now entering the ring are those cows competing for intermediate champion of our National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. And over in the All-American Jersey Show, Judge Curlos completed his placing in our winter calf class. Second in the class, our reserve All-American winter heifer calf is entry number 101, Bujon Vale Joel Shenandoah, exhibited by Caitlin Klipp of Hanover, Kansas. And winning the class, and also winning the Bred and Owned Award, she's our All-American winter heifer calf, entry number 541. Four Hills M. Draco Rolling Stone, exhibited by Sarah and Megan Hill of Bristol, Vermont. Congratulations. Judge, round of applause.
Deserves a big, big round of applause if you don't mind. What a class from end to end. Me and Madison got together and we kept saying, what about this one? And what about this one? But the longer this heifer was in the ring today, the more I fell in love with her. A heifer that's just so pretty when she's out on the move. She's got so much style, angularity, dairiness. A heifer that just so crisp all the way through that loin today. It is the overall dairiness, silkiness, cleanliness up through that head and neck, and especially back down through the thigh to take her over this super correct, well-balanced heifer that follows here in second. I think a little closer placing in second and third today, but for me today, when you get around the front of this pair of heifers, heifer in second shows me a little more width down through that chest and brisket, tracks a little straighter right down exactly those front feet today. And she's specifically so much cleaner right down through that left hock today than this really stylish, well-balanced heifer that follows here in third. The heifer in third over the heifer in fourth today. She's just a little stronger all the way through those crops. She's a little more crisp all the way through her loin today than a really well-balanced wide rump heifer that follows here in fourth. The heifer in fourth over the heifer in fifth. It is that mass all the way throughout. She's wider all the way through her barrel today. She's wider right back through those hooks and pins today than this super stylish heifer that follows here in fifth. This heifer in fifth, man, what a balanced heifer. A heifer that's so clean and dairy. Just not the mass to move up with our first four heifers today, but a super, super stylish, correct heifer over all the way throughout. The heifer in fifth over the heifer in sixth. It is on that dairyness, silkiness, and I prefer the way she steps down on those hind feet and legs today. She shows a little more precise. She's a little less set to the hock today than that really long framed heifer that follows along here next. But a beautiful, beautiful class from top to bottom. Exceptional winner on the top end. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Jersey exhibitors. We'll turn our attention over to our National Guernsey Show ring, where our lineup of cows is competing for the title of intermediate champion of our national show. From our Guernsey Gold Futurity class, our winner was Warwick Manor Mitch Baby, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Second in that class was Warwick Manor Adam Cleo, exhibited by Carly Horning of East Earl, Pennsylvania. From our milking yearling class, our winner was entry number 155, Spring Hill Gold Tatum, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in our milking yearling class was entry number 151, Cooley Crest Landon Shauna, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus and Cooper Horning of East Earl, Pennsylvania. In our summer junior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 164, Lakeview Farm Drone Sunny, exhibited by Ellie, Gemma, and Leah Jenkins of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Second in the class, entry number 160, Hartdale Latimer Clever, exhibited by Connor and Braden Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. In our junior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 167, Warwick Manor Spartacus Sissy, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 170, Spring Hill Vengeance Jostled, exhibited by Peyton Alexis Kristanovich of Fairfield, Pennsylvania. From our senior 2-year-old class, our winner was entry number 190, Spring Hill Tea Journey, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class, entry number 188, Adams Creek Drone Charity, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubbs Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. In our junior 3-year-old class, our winner was entry number 195, Village View Latimer Alexa, exhibited by Jason May and David Hennessy of Berlin, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 193, Alden's J.C. Penney Shimmer, exhibited by Kyle Polk and Hannah Hurst of Marengo, Ohio. And finally, from our senior 3-year-old class, our winner was entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 202, Snyder's Michelangelo Justine, exhibited by Prairie Cream and Valley Gem of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Congratulations to all of our Guernsey exhibitors and a fine young cow show. These are our contenders for intermediate champion of the 2025 National Guernsey Show in Louisville. We'll catch up with our All-American Jersey Show placings. There were 43 winter heifer calves exhibited. Our class winner, winning the Bred and Owned Award, the All-American Winter Heifer Calf, was entry number 541, Four Hills M. Draco Rolling Stone, exhibited by Sarah and Megan Hill of Bristol, Vermont. Second in the class, our reserve All-American Winter Calf was entry number 101, Budjon Vale Joel Shenandoah, exhibited by Caitlin Klipp of Hanover, Kansas. Third in the class, entry number 93, Discovery's Ghost Janessa, exhibited by River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois. Fourth, entry number 79, Rock and Roll Keep My Sanity, exhibited by Carly Suppley, Katie Schultz, and Christy Ellsworth of Mount Morris, New York. Fifth in the class, entry number 73, Mead Manor Joel Charming, exhibited by Mortimer Jerseys and Wintop Jerseys of Smithfield, Utah. Sixth in the class, entry number 100, Z-Class Cash Recognition, exhibited by Mason Zimba of Durhamville, New York. 7th, entry number 83, Crestbrook Gigawatt Megawatt, exhibited by the HOT Syndicate of East Montpelier, Vermont. 8th in the class, entry number 107, Ragua Kid Rock Ancha, exhibited by Lily Elsas and Elmhurst Jerseys of Waynesville, Ohio. 9th, entry number 97, Woodruff's VIP Spice, exhibited by John, Donna, Trevor, Lane, and Blake Grywey of Sydney, Ohio. 10th in the class, entry number 90, Coppercrest Golden Breeze, exhibited by Justin, Alex, and Levi Coppersmith of Columbiana, Ohio. Congratulations to all of our Jersey Show exhibitors. Once again, there were 43 winter calves exhibited. Now in the ring is our fall calf class. We'd like to thank Peter Vale, Mile High Genetics, for being the sponsor of our class awards here in our fall calf class. At this time, over in our National Guernsey Show, Judge Hickman has had a chance to evaluate his first and second place cows, and obviously he's pulled out 4 cows that are in final contention for the title of Intermediate Champion of the 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. Judge, your thoughts and then your selection of our Intermediate Champion.
We pulled out our 4 favorite cows. I'd like to give them a round of applause real quick. Pulled out the first place junior 2-year-old. She was our easiest cow winner of the day, we thought. We thought she deserved to be pulled out here. Beautiful frame cow, beautiful mammary system. Then we get back to this class, the senior 2-year-olds. What a class it was. Beautiful pair of cows. Maybe like to change the tail head on the first place cow, but what a mammary system this cows have. Second, the cow that follows her there, maybe change her foot and leg a little bit. Other than that, just a beautiful pair of dairy cows. Then our first place, senior 3-year-old third calf cow, beautiful frame cow, great feet and legs, beautiful mammary system. I want to go out and congratulate your champion, reserve, and honorable mention in that order. Then I'll say a little bit more. You know, when I walked out here, when they walked out, I thought I had my mind made up until I got them back out here again. The more I looked, the more I fell in love with that senior 3-year-old. I love this cow. She's adequate size, beautiful mammary system, moves out on a great set of feet and legs. Hard top, great front end, love the dairy strength, and then the mammary system. And I'm going to follow her up with this first prize senior 2-year-old. Love the rear udder on this cow. Like to strengthen her up on that top just a touch, but beautiful rear udder, beautiful rear udder. Congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations to the intermediate champion of our 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. She's our winning senior 3-year-old, entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Our reserve intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old, entry number 190, Spring Hill T Journey, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. And our honorable mention intermediate champion was our second place senior 2-year-old cow, entry number 188, Adams Creek Drone Charity, exhibit by Adams Creek and Chubb's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Congratulations. We'll finish up with some photos here of our intermediate champions. Then we'll be moving into our 4-year-old class over in our National Guernsey show ring. Attention Guernsey exhibitors, our 4-year-old cows are in the ring. we need your 5-year-old cows to ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, we need your 5-year-olds to ringside. Attention Guernsey show exhibitors. The judges made his first lineup in our 4-year-old class. We need your 5-year-olds at ringside. Guernsey show exhibitors, your 5-year-olds should be at ringside. Over in the National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our 4-year-old cow class. Second in the class is entry number 217, Spring Hill Jazzy's June, exhibited by Spring Hill, Elmhurst, and Headings Homestead of Big Prairie, Ohio. Winning the class and named Best Udder is entry number 214, Adams Creek Drone Claire, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubb's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Congratulations, Judge Hickman. Your comments on our 4-year-old class.
Super nice pair of cows to start the 4-year-old cow class. The cow we're starting with, just a little wider through that front end, through that muzzle, a little more strength up through that front end. Beautiful hard topped. Then you get to that massive, massive rear udder. Beautiful teat placement. Maybe the touch big in the teat, but love the rear udder and the way the fore udder blends into the body wall. Taking nothing away to this big, long, stretchy dairy cow coming out in second, also carrying a beautiful mammary system. And it is that mammary system and height and width and bloom to the rear udder that gets her over this big, big frame cow coming out in third with all kinds of dairy strength. Love the dairy strength of this cow, especially up through that front end. That's what gets her over this fourth lactation cow coming out here in third. I love the mammary system of the cow in fourth, just not quite enough cow to get over the big framey cow in third. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Guernsey exhibitors, to the winner of our 4-year-old class, entry number 214. She's also Best Udder in the class, Adams Creek Drone Claire, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubb's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Second in the class, entry number 217, Spring Hill Jazzy's June, exhibited by Spring Hill, Elmhurst, and Headings Homestead of Big Prairie, Ohio. Third in the class, entry number 213, Hartdale JCP Charisma, exhibited by Connor and Braden Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Fourth, entry number 215, Dixley French Mistletoe, exhibited by Gavin and Braden Oliver of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Fifth in the class, entry 207, Rocky Hill Novak Hooray, exhibited by Elijah and Henry McCarty of Hughesville, Pennsylvania. And sixth in the class, entry 209, Spring Hill C. Julia, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Now in the ring is our 5-year-old class. Guernsey Show exhibitors, we'd ask that you bring your age cows and your lifetime production cows to the ring. Attention Guernsey Show exhibitors, our judges made us first line up in our 5-year-old class. We need those H cows at ringside. Guernsey Show exhibitors, we need those H cows at the ring. Over in our National Guernsey Show, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our 5-year-old cow class. Second in the class is entry number 222, Myshan Peter Lavish, exhibited by Myshan Dairy and Chups Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 219, Hollowview Tank Tilly, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Judge, your comments on our 5-year-old class.
Another beautiful class of cows we have out here. Just 4 cows, but 4 beautiful cows. Love the mammary system on this first place cow. Love the style, the balance, the length of body, the strength of muzzle of this cow. And then when you get back to this udder, just love the formation of this udder, how it rolls up behind the 4 udder, how it blends, the size and shape for the teat placement. Not a whole lot I'd change about this cow. Following her up with the only cow in the class that's had 4 calves, and that's what gets her into this second position. That, and she follows our first place cow. Also really stylish, long-necked cow. Taking nothing away from the big dairy powerhouse coming out and forth. Just a little deeper in the udder than the 4th lactation cow coming out ahead of her, and a little more correct size and shape teat to our second place cow over the 3rd place cow. 3rd over 4th, just a little more pop to the top of that rear udder, and a little more sweep and depth to that rear rib than our cow coming out in fourth. A beautiful class of cows.
Congratulations to the winner of our 5-year-old class in our National Guernsey Show, entry number 219. She's also best udder in the class, Hollow View Tank Tilly, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 222, Myshan Peter Lavish, exhibited by Myshan Dairy and Chubbs Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Third, entry 212, Misty Meadows Latimer Switchell, exhibited by Beth Clark of New Paris, Pennsylvania. And fourth in the class, entry number 220, Snyder's HP Latimer Crystal, exhibited by Bella Sue Gable of New Enterprise, Pennsylvania. Now entering the ring in our National Guernsey Show is our age cow class. Attention Guernsey Show exhibitors, judges making his first lineup in our age cow class. Your lifetime production cows should be at ringside. Then we'll move into our selection of senior and grand champion of the show. So we'll need those cows in contention for those awards headed to ringside as well. Over in our National Guernsey Show, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our H-Cow class. Placing second in the class is entry number 229, Naps Degligal Qualities Queenie, exhibited by Lauren Nelson and Richard Giddings of Brandon, Vermont. Winning the class, also named Best Udder, is entry number 231, Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. She's also our total performance winner of the show. So congratulations to Spring Hill and Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, our Age Cow class winner and our total performance award winner of the show. Judge Hickman, your comments on our Age Cow class.
Just an amazing class of age cows out here today. The cow we're going to start with is 8 years old, had 6 calves, already made over 200,000 pounds of milk. But that's not what gets her here. Love the dairyness of this cow. She's so clean, so dairy, so stylish out on the move. Then you get back to that rear udder and it's full at the top, well-defined seam, maybe tucked the front teats a touch, but they're still tucked a touch better than the cow coming out in second. Cow in second, love the frame on this cow. Cow been milking over 20 months and just had 4 calves. She's would really push this cow to give her another calf and give her some time to get cleaned up. But it is that height and width of rear udder, strength up through that front end that gets her over this really wide, beautiful front-ended cow coming out in third. Cow in third, just not quite enough bloom to the mammary system and moving quite easy enough on those rear legs to move up today. Third over fourth, it is the width of that mammary system up at the top that gets her over this really dairy cow coming out in fourth. Fourth over fifth, it's a mammary system, just a little more definition of seam, a little more width at the top of the rear udder than the big, beautiful frame cow coming out in fifth. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner of our H-Cow class and our National Guernsey Show. She's also our best udder in the class, entry number 231, Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class, entry number 229, Naps Deligal Qualities Queenie, exhibited by Lauren Nelson and Richard Giddings of Brandon, Vermont. Third, entry number 225, Dixley Method Journey, exhibited by Whitney Urena of Phillipsburg, Missouri. Fourth in the class, entry 226, My Shan Spider Eclipse, exhibited by My Shan Dairy and Chubbs Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. And fifth in the class, entry number 208, Valley Gem Hit It Devora, exhibited by Valley Gem and Elmhurst of Waynesville, Ohio. Now in the ring is our lifetime production cow class. Jersey Show exhibitors, our judges making the first lineup in our fall calf class. We need those summer yearlings to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your summer yearlings to ringside. Attention Guernsey Show exhibitors, our judges completing his placing in our lifetime production cow class. Those cows competing for senior champion should be at ringside. That will be followed by a selection of grand champion of our show. Those cows eligible for those awards need to be at ringside at this time. Over in our National Guernsey Show ring, our judges completed his placing in our lifetime production cow class. Second in the class, entry number 232, Spring Hill Disco Jerica, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 233, Spring Hill Pies Jonquil, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Judge Hickman, your thoughts on our pair of lifetime production cows?
Just two cows in our production class here. Even if we had to use a cheat sheet, we got our stuff right, didn't we? Starting the class with a 9-year-old cow that's had seven lactations. Beautiful mammary system, ultra dairy cow. It's the depth of seam and that dairiness that gets her over this 5-year-old cow that just had 5 calves. Love the veination in the frame on this cow. Like to give her a little more depth of seam to get her over this beautiful framed cow coming out in first. Beautiful pair of cows for production class.
Congratulations to the winner of our lifetime production cow class. Entry number 233, she's also Best Udder, Spring Hill Pies Jonquil, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class is entry number 232, Spring Hill Disco Jerica, also exhibited by Spring Hill Farm. Now entering the ring in our National Guernsey show are those cows competing for senior champion of our show. From our 4-year-old cow class, our winner was entry number 214, Adams Creek Drone Claire, exhibited by Adams Creek and Chubbs Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Second in the class, entry number 217, Spring Hill Jazzy's June, exhibited by Spring Hill, Elmhurst, and Headings Homestead of Big Prairie, Ohio. From our 5-year-old class, our winner was entry number 219, Hollow View Tank Tilly, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Second in the class, entry number 222, Myshan Peter Lavish, exhibited by Myshan Dairy and Chubbs Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. In our age cow class, our winner was entry number 231, Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class, entry number 229, Naps Deligal Qualities Queenie, exhibited by Lauren Nelson and Richard Giddings of Brandon, Vermont. And in our lifetime production cow class, our winner was entry number 233, Spring Hill Pies Jonquil, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class was entry number 232, Spring Hill Disco Jerica, also exhibited by Spring Hill. Congratulations to our Guernsey exhibitors, standing classes of older cows here this morning. Jersey Show exhibitors, judges are working on our lineup, starting to set their second lineup here in our fall calf class. We need those summer yearlings at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, your summer yearlings should be at ringside. Turn your attention to our National Guernsey Show ring. Judge Hickman is his lineup of cows out here for senior champion, and he's pulled out his final 4 in contention for that title. Judge, your thoughts and your selection of senior champion of our 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville.
Let's give these senior cow exhibitors a round of applause for these cows they brought out, please. Well, I pulled out the first place winners in each class. I'm not going to say a lot about them. The cows speak for themselves. Beautiful mammary system on all the cows. Super dairy cows, milk cows with good udders and good feet and legs. I'm going to go out and I'm going to select your champion, reserve, and honorable mention in that order. Then I'll come back and talk for a second. What a great group of cows. We're going to go with this age cow today. For us, it was pretty easy for me anyway. I love this cow's frame, the dairiness, the dairy strength. She's got a little more pop to the top of that rear udder than our production cow. Just so much more cow than her. I love the dairiness of this cow. Following her up with the production cow, really, really close between her and this 5-year-old cow. The fact that she had had 3 more calves made a huge difference for me. Not quite as tight at the top of that rear udder, but still the udder well above the hocks, plenty of seam, and still walking on a very correct set of feet and legs. The 5-year-old, she's got a bright future. I love this cow's frame, the style and the balance. Just keep maturing the way she has over the past few years. Congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations to the senior champion of our National Guernsey Show, our winning H cow, entry number 231. Spring Hill Mentor Choice, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Our reserve senior champion was our winning lifetime production cow, entry number 233, Spring Hill Pies Jonquil, exhibited by Spring Hill in Big Prairie. And our honorable mention senior champion is our winning 5-year-old, entry 219, Hollowview Tank Tilly, exhibited by Colby Stoltzfus of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Take a few photos here of our senior champions, and then we'll bring out our other champions to select our grand champion of our National Guernsey Show. Meanwhile, over in the Jersey Show ring, Jersey Show exhibitors, judges working on his final lineup here in our fall heifer calf class. Your summer yearlings should be at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, your summer yearlings should be at ringside. While we're taking some photos over in our National Guernsey Show ring, it's a good time to also announce some other awards, important awards of the show. Earlier we did mention our Total Performance Cow award winner was our winning H cow, and now our senior champion, Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. We'd also like to announce our Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor Award. Both of those banners will go to Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. And our Herdsman Award winner is Hartdale Guernseys, the Hartman family of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Congratulations. We'd like to ask all of those award winners to be sure to come up to the ring and have your photo taken with your banners. This time over in our Guernsey show ring, we've brought in our intermediate champions. Our intermediate champion from earlier this morning was our winning senior 3-year-old, entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. And our reserve intermediate champion was our winning senior 2-year-old, Spring Hill T Journey, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Looks like we also have our junior champion coming back into the ring. Our junior champion from last night was our winning fall calf, entry number 86, Valley Gem PC JCP Duvet, exhibited by Tom Blue of Wooster, Ohio. And our reserve junior champion was our second place fall calf, entry number 72, Misty Meadows Rebar Spritzer, exhibited by Beth Clark and Chris Reichert of New Paris, Pennsylvania. These are our champions out here in contention for the title of Grand Champion of our 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. And our well-prepared Judge Hickman has the microphone right with him. We'll approach the highlight of our National Guernsey Show and our selection of Grand Champion. Judge, your thoughts on these beautiful cows and your selection of Grand Champion of our show.
Let's give all these exhibitors a super round of applause for bringing out an exceptional group of Guernseys. Been coming here a lot of years, don't know if I've seen as good a group of cows and heifers as long as I've been coming. I want to take a second and thank the North American for allowing me to judge, and thank the good Lord for letting us be here, and thank the Guernsey breeders, and thank the good Lord for the Guernsey breed. Made me who I am, good or bad. I'd like to thank my associate, Kirsty. Kiddo, couldn't have done it without you. I'd like to thank my mom for being here, my daughter, and all the Guernsey breeders. Not a lot I would change in my life. No, I'm not a good speaker, but that's okay. I've had a big time out here. Thank you all for having me. And wouldn't change a thing. Let's go out here and make the champion reserve an honorable mention. Then we'll come back and talk just for a second more. Thank you again. Had to go back and shake Marshall's hand. That's a heck of a production cow. Just doesn't carry that udder tight enough for me today. For me today, it's pretty easy. This age cow is going to be our champion. I love the dairiness of this cow. Cow's still carrying her udder well above the hocks with a deep seam. She's going to also be your best udder of the show. Taking nothing away from this senior 3-year-old, senior 3-year-old cow. I love the mammary system on this cow. I think this cow's got a bright future. Beautiful feet and legs, just my kind of cow. Following her up with her honorable mention with our reserve intermediate champion senior 2-year-old. Beautiful, beautiful mammary system on this cow, ultra dairy. Congratulations to all the breeders. Thank you.
Congratulations to the grand champion of our 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. She's our senior champion and our winning age cow, Spring Hill Mentor Joyce, exhibited by Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Our reserve grand champion was our winning senior 3-year-old. She's our intermediate champion as well. Entry number 203, PR Valley Gem Summit Kiana, exhibited by Valley Gem Farm of Cumberland, Wisconsin. And our honorable mention grand champion was our winning senior 2-year-old. She was our reserve intermediate champion. Entry 190, Spring Hill T Journey, exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. And take some photos of our grand champions. We're going to move into our group classes with our senior best 3 group following our photos here. Attention Airshare Show exhibitors. We're running just a little long on our Guernsey show. We've got to make our way through our group classes yet. We're going to plan to start our Airshare show at 11 o'clock. Airshare exhibitors, we're looking to start our show at 11 o'clock. If you turn your attention over to our All-American Jersey show, Judge Curlow's completed his placing in our large fall heifer class. Second in the class, winning the Bred Owned Award, our reserve All-American Fall Calf is entry number 146, Evil KR Firebird, exhibited by Elizabeth Gross of Mooresville, Pennsylvania. And winning the class, she's our All-American Fall Calf is entry number 145, Schulte Brothers Kid Rock Fame, exhibited by Hosey and Hayes of Glencoe, Minnesota. Congratulations. Judge Crollo, your comments on this outstanding class of calves.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like it, folks. From one end to the other, just unbelievable calves. And if you would, these exhibitors deserve a big round of applause. What a group. Sorry it took us a little extra time, and I appreciate Madison help sort through all that. We got a little figure 8 going on down there. And I had to switch them up a little bit in the beginning at the top end of this class for me today. But the longer this heifer that when first was in the class, the just more she brought it all together. A heifer that's so crisp. She's got so much style and presence. The length that she carries from end to end, especially up through that head and neck today, just really, really overwhelms the class in her overall presence. She goes over the heifer in second today when we got him in the line. She just held herself just a little crisper all the way through the loin, right through them crops today. Then the really, really open ribbed, wide rumped heifer that follows here in second. The heifer in second, what a rump on this heifer. She's long from hooks to pins. She's wide all the way through those hooks and pins today as well. And it is that width she carries all the way throughout. She's a little wider in the chest floor. She's a little more spring and openness all the way through her midsection today to take her over another really long neck, pretty dairy heifer that follows here in third. The heifer in third goes over that really well-balanced heifer in fourth. When you get behind him, she's got so much more spring and explosion all the way through her rib structure today. A little more pop and openness through that barrel today than this really high-styled heifer that follows here in fourth. The heifer in fourth over the heifer in fifth, just the way she handles those rear legs. She's a little more precise right at the hoof line. You'll love the way she tracks just a little straighter on those hind feet and legs than another really high-styled heifer that and that really well-balanced heifer that follows here in sixth, the heifer that I really loved when she came in the ring, just getting a little bit too roachy out here for me today to move her up today. But a beautiful class from top to bottom. Congratulations.
Well, our fall heifer calf class in our All-American Jersey show certainly put our judges through their paces. There were 55 fall calves exhibited. Winner in the class, she's our All-American fall heifer calf, was entry number 145, Schulte Brothers Kid Rock Fame, exhibited by David, Jeremy, and McNeil Hosey, Oliver Hayes, and Schulte Brothers of Glencoe, Minnesota. Second in the class and winning the Bred Owned Award, she's our Reserve All-American Fall Heifer Calf, was entry number 146, Evil K.R. Firebird, exhibited by Elizabeth Gross of Mooresville, Pennsylvania. Third in the class was entry number 144, River Valley Effortless Charm, exhibited by River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois. Fourth, entry number 129, WOCC Nestle Choco Chip, exhibited by Clancy, Amy, and Ben Cron of Albany, Oregon. Fifth in the class, entry 118, Four Hills Joel Broaded, exhibited by Sarah and Megan Hill of Bristol, Vermont. Sixth, entry 182, Bambi K CCK Kid Rock Fancy Me, exhibited by Junior Rader of Pleasant Plain, Ohio. Seventh in the class, entry number 111, South Mountain California Kid, exhibited by Robin and Malshal Shaw and Matt and Sarah Hawbaker of Fairplay, Maryland. Eighth in the class, entry number 157, Holly Lane BL Video Dolce Vita, exhibited by Rory Cornell of Marathon, New York. Ninth to entry 9, High Life Dramas Dynasty, exhibited by Jeffrey Van Patten, Addison Brown, and Haley Drescher of Preble, New York. And 10th in the class, entry number 112, Smokin' Hot Lightning Last Strike, exhibited by Austin Nauman and Jessica Hart of Marshfield, Wisconsin. Thank you to Peter Vale, Mile High Genetics, for being the class award sponsor for our fall heifer calf class. Now in the ring in our All-American Jersey show is our summer yearling class. Thank you to Oak Haven Jerseys, owned by Jerry and John Lemmerman of Galloway, Ohio, for being our sponsor of the class awards in our summer yearling class. Over in our National Guernsey show, Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our Best 3 Females class. Second in the class to our group from Connor Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. And winning the class is our Best 3 Females from Spring Hill Farm of Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our Best 3 Females class.
Just 3 out here in the senior best 3 class, but a pretty handy winner for me. You got your champion cow, your honorable mention cow, and your second high honorable mention cow as well. Following back with the second, into the second group, you got your second place summer milk and 2-year-old, and another couple of more high quality milk cows. That puts the 3 cows puts them over the 2 cows and the heifers in the next group. But 3 really nice groups. Congratulations.
Now entering the ring in our National Guernsey show is our Produce of Dam class. Once again, Ayrshire show exhibitors will be starting our Ayrshire show at 11 o'clock. Now that we've named our first grand champion of the day, we also want to make sure that you're aware that the NAILE is proud to offer additional prize money to our open shows. On Monday, that's tomorrow, we'll hold our Open Dairy Supreme Champion Show. Exhibitors who had the winning breed junior champion will compete for a $500 cash award and banner, plus the recognition of having the Supreme Champion heifer. In addition, a reserve Supreme Champion heifer will be picked and awarded $250. Exhibitors who had the winning breed grand champion will compete for a $2,000 cash award and banner, plus the recognition of having the Supreme Champion cow of the Open Dairy Show. In addition, a reserve Supreme Champion cow will be selected and awarded $500. It's a pleasure for the NAILE to offer this special opportunity to recognize the outstanding dairy cattle and exhibitors that choose to show here. We hope you'll all plan to be here in Freedom Hall on Monday for the Open Supreme Show. Be held approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of the Monday shows. Over in our National Guernsey Show ring, Judge Hickman's completed his placing in our Produce of Dam class. Second in the class is our Produce of Dam from Chupp's Farm of Enola, Oklahoma. Winning the class is our Produce of Dam from Spring Hill in Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on a really nice full class of Produce of Dams.
Three really nice pairs to start this class of the produce a dam class. Ones we're going to go with, we're going to go with maturity of the cows, the mammary systems on these first two cows and their age, like stage of lactation. Love the mammary systems on the second group coming out here. Just not quite as mature as the first two cows that I'm going to win with. Second two cows, beautiful mammary systems. It's those mammaries that get them over the big framey dairy strength cows coming out in third. Third over fourth, carrying two cows, taking them over the very well fitting pair of coming out in fourth. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to the winner of our Produce of Dam class, Spring Hill from Big Prairie, Ohio. Second in the class to Chupp's Farm, Enola, Oklahoma. Third in the class to our produce from Connor Hartman of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Fourth to our group from Elijah and Henry McCarty of Hughesville, Pennsylvania. Fifth in the class to our produce from Valley Gem of Cumberland, Wisconsin. And sixth to our group from Dixley, Guernsey in Missouri. Now entering the ring is our Exhibitors Herd class. This will be our final class of the day for our National Guernsey Show. As we said, in our National Guernsey Show ring, that's our final class for our Guernsey Show Airshare Show exhibitors. We'll be starting our show at 11 o'clock. We need those milking yearlings headed to ringside. Once again, Ayrshire Show exhibitors, we may need those milking yearlings and those summer 2-year-olds headed to ringside. And we'll turn our attention to our National Guernsey Show ring for the final time here in 2025. Judge Hickman has completed his placing in our exhibitors heard class. Second in the class, entry number 247, our group from Valley Jam Farm in Cumberland, Wisconsin. And winning the class is our exhibitors heard from Spring Hill in Big Prairie, Ohio. Congratulations to both those exhibitors. They both had fantastic days here. The conclusion of our National Guernsey Show. Judge Hickman, your thoughts on our exhibitors heard class?
Again, I want to thank everybody for allowing me to come and judge. Having said that, got a pretty handy winner here. You got 3 outstanding cows. You got your champion cow, your honorable mention cow, and your second honorable mention cow. And also 2 really quality heifers. What makes it a little close is the heifers in the second group. Also having your reserve champion cow. 2 outstanding groups. Thank you again, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you to Judge Hickman. That concludes the 2025 National Guernsey Show here in Louisville. Congratulations to all of our Guernsey breeders here at the show. Ayrshire Show exhibitors, will start your Southern National Ayrshire Show in about 10 minutes. We need those milking yearlings and our summer junior 2-year-olds